right. It makes fun.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We are Gotham After Dark, Thrones of the Underworld. With me today is Audible, Diablo, Mystic Knight, Toreador, Ethera, and Crosshair. I can't believe I said Ethera right correctly the first time. Holy shit.
I cannot hear you at all.
You can't? Can you hear me now? How about now?
Yeah, I get you now.
All right.
Yeah, you louder.
There we go. I will speak from the diaphragm. How's that sound?
It's a person. Yay.
All right. I hate you all. Now,
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest, you little ass. You know what? All right. So.
It's okay, Lou. You're not a J-Lo Puerto Rican. You're allowed to say it.
Whoa, that's not. Whoa.
What?
I don't know what that meant, but
I don't even know what the hell he said. That's what happens when you come from Brooklyn.
Oh,
There was this conversation amongst Latinos about which Puerto Ricans are allowed to say the N-word, and they were
I got you now.
okay, if Fat Joe can say it, but not J-Lo or Ricky Martin. like maybe.
well, let me ask you a question. J-Lo is from the hood. Ricky Martin's from the island. Like,
Right.
J-Lo's from the Bronx, really from the Bronx.
Look, it wasn't my argument.
I'm just
I was just repeating.
saying. And you know what's funny? What makes me laugh is, like, since I live all the way down south brothers do not like that word at all. They don't. Most of them do not flow with that word. But, like, where we're from is just normal for us. It's just like saying, "Yo, what's up, homie?"
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
my boy lives in Tampa, and he's Puerto Rican and Dominican, and he said the same thing. He's like, yeah, they don't. And he's from Hart. He's like from Uptown, so he's like,
They
yeah,
do not flow with that because,
not like that word like that.
dude, like when you talk about, there's areas in Florida that's like racist. You know, you got these country white boys out there.
I'd like to continue. But with this
Sorry about that.
sidebar about your freaking
Oh,
Floridian
sorry.
racism. All right. So when last we left,
You want to just start over?
oh yeah, Gotham After Dark. I am DM Discretion. With us we have Audible, Mystic Knight, Diablo, Toreador, Ethera, and Crosshair. This is a villains-centric campaign, and it is utilizing the Cypher system, tabletop RPG, which we are experimenting with. This is our second game using the system. So for those who would try to torch us for not using the rules right, we are learning. Give us a fucking break. Now, I'm going to take us back to the last adventure really quickly. There was a meeting of the crime families at the hotel. What was the name of the hotel? Crosshair. The Hotel Obsidian, which is modeled after the Continental from the John Wick universe. Every family is there along with their retinue of enforcers, muscle as shows of strength. And the reason for the meeting is to discuss the upstart Shadow Scale Syndicate. The Shadow Scale Syndicate has been muscling in on territory without regard for any of the old rules, and they're not interested in making any new ones. So this meeting has come out of necessity, not out of friendship, even though there may be alliances that are in this room. Unfortunately, while the bosses and underbosses of their respective groups are in heavy negotiation as to what to do, some bringing up old beefs, some trying to instigate others, lots of gaslighting, lots of finger pointing. From the kitchen, we had Crosshair and Crosshair's companion. And Crosshair, remind me of the companion's name so that I don't have to look through 400 notes. Crosshair. Crosshair. Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
Cross.
Is Crosshair here?
Hold on, let me call him.
He probably stepped away from.
Nah, he stepped away probably. All right. So, in any
He is
event,
here in spirit.
the rest of the group, with the exception of Diablo and Toreador, had noticed the commotion from the kitchen. And what had happened in the kitchen is that there are two swinging double doors that they're nautical doors, which have those round porthole windows. And someone had noticed, and it was Crosshair, as a matter of fact, who isn't here right now, stepped away and noticed some flickering lights, some movement, and then splashes of blood. And was it Crosshair or was it someone else?
Me.
Crosshair.
No, it was Athera. I apologize. This is what happens when I don't review my own goddamn videos. So Athera, you and your companion, what was his name?
Oh, what the hell was that idiot's name?
Nice.
Jackson.
Abraham Jackson.
Yeah.
He whipped out one of those guns with the rounded handle. Was it a P9?
Calico.
All right. And you brought your weapons to bear. You were making your way towards the door with your crew of about 6. Your total 6, so four other guides making a U formation at the door. What you noticed when you got there, when you got close enough to see into the door, because the porthole isn't small. It's maybe about a 2.5 foot diameter, so it's fairly big. You can see in and out, but with the splashes of blood, it made it harder to notice what was going behind, but you did eventually see someone whose arms had been changed into tentacles and his skin had become ebon black, and he was holding parts of some of the staff that were in his tentacles reach, I suppose, not arms reach, but. And then there's an ever-expanding pool of blood coming from underneath the door. What do you call it? Then at that point, Mr. Jackson, he freaked out and then started shooting. This is him.
It's new?
He started shooting, yeah. So
There are rules against weapons in the Obsidian. Am I correct?
there are, yes. But in this particular, they're usually just for show. No one really has to check their weapons. However, it is highly, highly frowned upon to the point where you may suffer some serious consequences up to and including this. Yeah.
Human deletion sequence.
Correct. All right. Where is it? All right. Yeah. So he opens up, starts shooting and screaming. At that point, the rest of your guys, you can see them raising up to start shooting because where there's one, the others are quick to follow. Now,
I give them a wide berth. I am not trying to get shot in the crossfire.
well, the way that they set it up, there's not going to be any crossfire where you guys are shooting at each other. So you're all, like I said, in the U formation, where Jackson is at the farthest left and you're at the farthest right of the door frame. and then your other 4 are backing you up, so that you can. It's sort of like what did they call them? Like a kill box.
Mm.
That brings everyone's attention. The gunfire.
There's something in the kitchen.
They're shooting into the kitchen. Yes.
Okay, cool. So, what exactly do I see in the kitchen? Since I'm with
Well,
my
outside
uncle?
of the muzzle flashes and the deafening sounds of the gunfire, now there's no lights. You do see the blood on the portholes, but they're now being riddled with bullets along with the rest of the door. Everyone in this place, they're either taking out their own weapons and pointing in that direction, or those that are metahumans, you can see them. Eyes are starting to glow, hands are starting to glow, people's skins are starting to transmute. At this point, your uncle, he's just like, whoa, what the fuck? Everybody calm down. And they whisk your grandfather out of the room.
Yep.
And he doesn't have time for a celebratory fist pump. So,
Louis,
yes.
Oh.
I am going to tell my mentor I think it is time to leave. And I don't have the character in front of me right now, but there's an activation of like a second barrier that I could put on myself, and it costs 1 intelligence point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna activate that.
All right, hold on for a sec, please. Let me find you. Diablo is driving and has us on speaker in his car, which is why he don't have.
No, I got you on headphones.
Oh,
sorry.
Excuse us. So, Damien Brimstone, here you are. That's an intelligence, right?
Yes. Basically, I'm standing in front of my mentor, which I know my mentor is standing in front of the leader. And I'm just shielding them. But my suggestion is that I think we should depart.
Okay. That's his action. What is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna tell my uncle I'm gonna go. Should I stay with you? You want me to stay with you, or you want me to go with Granddad?
No, they're already. He's halfway out the room before you can even speak. They have that escape plan already set in motion.
All right, cool.
Basically better than the president's escape plan.
Like I said, no fist pumps.
Where's
I'm
Bob?
looking.
All right, let's start. Let me start it out. All right, so we'll start with Crosshair. Crosshair, you had made the you had asked your uncle. He told you to stay here. He's like, we need to get this shit under control. No, he's like, what the fuck? You know the rules here. No shooting.
Okay. So I'm gonna go take a look inside the kitchen and see what the hell they were shooting at.
Okay. Well, that would require you to wait for them to stop shooting. Unless you're gonna walk into the gunfire. Unless you have an ability that I am not aware of that you want to utilize.
I have sharp-eyed. I find the floor. Let me see what the sharp-eyed gives me. I go in the kitchen and stay low. I stay low. If I can.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the kitchen. I'm gonna go stay down low, and see what the hell's going on.
Okay. Okay. So that's Crosshair. Let's go to Audible.
What's the name of my crime boss again?
You are with which? The
How about the people that run
Okay.
no. Which one are you with? Which group are you with?
the nightclub in Harlem?
The Tempest Coalition. Okay.
Yes.
Da, da, da,
Hey, how could you forget that name?
Tempest. I'm saying.
I've been kind of caught up, so I haven't really been thinking about games. What's the name of my
Give me a sec here.
Sure. Take notes. I took notes. Hold on a second. Hold on one second.
She goes by Vanessa Storm.
That's a storm.
Sounds like a porn name.
It kind of does.
Look who he gave it to.
Mm.
He's the sport.
Yep, that was subconscious. Okay, so what were you doing?
With everything, with all the commotion, I'm looking to see how many of the people from the Tempest Coalition are with us besides myself.
They allowed no more than 6 per group. That included whatever lieutenants that they wanted to bring with them.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure that I'm low man on the totem pole.
Correct.
So
You are literal muscle.
right.
You
So
are number 6.
right. So what I'm going to do is, without even thinking about it, with all the commotion going on, I'm gonna stay back to make sure she's protected unless I'm given other orders.
Okay. Everyone at the table is standing, and they're facing the fray. So it's not as if anyone's unprotected. There were, every crime head had a couple of people with him. Everyone else was low level protection that were out on the fringes. The convergence happened specifically because of the gunfire that came from Ethera's group.
Okay.
And Ethera is with which group again? I gotta write this. I gotta put this down here.
Give me a second. I'm double checking.
You had her
now.
written down. You gotta find your notes.
Give me a second.
Mhm.
I'm scrolling through to find my info real quick. Wait, I'm in the Tempest Coalition. Well, I deal with them. Wait, let me make sure that's right. Yep, Tempest Coalition.
That's the one with the nightclub, right?
No, the Tempest Coalition deals with government contracts and
Oh yeah,
worldwide weather stuff.
you're with the Crimson Accord.
Thank you. I knew it wasn't that. Okay, so Crimson Accord. So who's the leader of the Crimson Accord then?
All right, just give me a sec. Tempest Coalition is Vanessa Storm. So this is Ethera. Audible. He goes by the name. Well, wait, no, that's not it.
My boss was a guy. That's like I have a female boss. I thought, I don't know.
Yeah. Work this out.
What do you think?
Could have sworn I gave you guys this information, so if I didn't, I apologize.
You literally had it all written down too.
Yeah.
You were taking notes for first game.
I'll be right back.
All right.
No problem. We're paused right now.
Yeah, just give me a sec. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. No broken bones.
No broken bones. That's nice.
Damn, Beavis and Butthead is still on?
Yeah, why would they get rid of it?
Actually, they're rebooting it.
I'm looking at the commercial right now. Pedro Pascal, aka Mr. Fantastic, aka Mandalorian, aka Joe.
I'm back for the moment.
No problem.
So
All
what's
right.
up
So
next?
the guy, your specific leader wasn't there, but he did send one of his captains, who is a metahuman that goes by the name of Blitz.
What does Blitz do? Do I know? Obviously. I'm assuming he's a speedster or something, maybe.
He is a speedster. Yeah. He's He's extraordinarily cruel, and he uses his speed to do heinous acts against his enemies.
I don't give a shit. We're on the same side. What do I?
Yes, sir. Well, maybe. Who knows?
As long as the check clears and he doesn't fuck with me, I'm fine.
As long as your paper's good, he good. All right.
I'm assuming I've been in a room with him when he's doing these heinous acts. Clearly,
I'm sorry?
I'm assuming I've been in or have seen him witness his heinous acts in the past.
Well, I mean, I would say that
Or
just
reputation.
by reputation alone, yeah. He is extremely self-confident, but there's a hint of
Haters?
there's a hint of self-loathing in there. And he's extraordinarily misogynistic. So that's not endearing him well with any of the lady bosses that are here. But in any event, all right. So you're getting near to Blitz, and you can see him looking at possible exits, and he's also eyeing the head of the Yakuza for some reason. Now, Mystic Knight, we're gonna go to you.
Come again?
We're coming to you. What in all the fracas, despite my delays, are you doing?
Well, being that I witnessed what was going on inside the double doors barely because of all the flash fire and the guns and the darkness inside.
Mm-hmm.
Is it within short range, medium range, or long range?
Okay, so we'll just do it by feet. So from where you were, probably about 30 feet from the door. So that would be a short range, if I'm not mistaken, on my distances.
So what I'm going to do to assist is use the ability Entangle
Okay.
on whatever that hulking mass is.
Well, the thing about it is that they're shooting through the door, so they're essentially putting the Swiss cheesing the door. They're not open. The way that I described it was as they were closing, you saw, like when the doors open and swing open, and then they close. Then Athera's companion freaked out, started shooting, and that's when everyone else started shooting. So the doors aren't open. You don't actually see into the kitchen.
All right. So
My boss. I'm sorry.
in that,
Oh, they're shooting on the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
What was?
Wait,
What
one at a time.
Sorry.
Let's finish with Mystic Knight, and I'll come back to you guys.
Sorry about that.
all right. So in that sense, knowing what's inside, well, not knowing what's inside, but knowing that there's a threat,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have a clear line of vision.
Yep.
What I want to do is gonna lean back on the chair a bit,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of keep the view in view. Should it come out through that door, through that area, and ready to spell the ability, so that way, the minute I get eye contact,
Mm-hmm.
I can cast it.
Okay. All right. That is totally fine. We'll come back. We'll come to. I'm sorry. What?
What you see me doing is almost like hammocking a little bit, not nervously, just slowly, but I'm chanting.
Oh, so you're like a monk?
No, like a very slow rock, but
Okay.
I'm chanting.
All right. I picture the guy, the sorcerer from the Conan movies.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Toreador. Last but not least.
So, when I initially saw everyone moving over, I was taking a look. When the guy started open fire, the first thing I'm gonna do is look for the other entrance to the kitchen.
Okay.
Is there another entrance to the kitchen to the hall?
Not from where you are, and the only person that would have intimate knowledge of this place right now would be Crosshair. As far as any side entrances, any other egresses except for the ones that you came through, and that kitchen, and then where the restroom is, which is about maybe 10 feet off to the right of where the kitchen is. There's a a hallway going to the restrooms, and the egress is on the opposite side of the banquet hall.
So from the kitchen, there's an entrance to the bathrooms?
No. There's just a separate hallway, about 10 feet away. So there's, if you can picture it, directly in front of you, there's, in whatever angle you're looking at the two doors that they're shooting at, to the right of the kitchen doors, about 10 feet away, there's another hall going to where the restrooms are.
And there's no other connection to the kitchen
That's immediately visible?
here.
No. So.
And that hall that goes to the bathrooms is not connected to the kitchen in any way?
How about this? Make an intelligence check.
There isn't one. Oh, yeah.
Yes, you just roll your intelligence. And then if you want to add to it, the difficulty is going to be a 4 to remember in one of your trips to the bathroom if there is a connecting hall to the kitchen.
I don't know what I would add to that, so it's a 12.
So, yeah, you could add effort is basically what I'm saying.
Oh, no. I don't see that for later.
All right.
I don't think I have any effort to add.
Yeah, it's from your pools.
Long drive.
I rolled an 18.
All right, so you don't need the effort at all. There is a connecting hallway when you're going to the kitchen to the restrooms. There is a connecting hallway. You didn't notice it obviously because why would you? But you're trying to think through the scenario. You remember there is a connecting hallway.
So between me and that hallway to the bathroom, who is there between me and that?
There are plenty of people, but you can make your way through.
So who's out of the players? Who's the closest one to me?
I will say Mystic Knight.
Mystic Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm gonna approach that hallway. As I approach the hallway, I'm gonna tap him. I'm gonna tap him, and I'm gonna gesture with my hand towards the hallway where the bathroom is at. And after I tap him,
when you hold on for a second. When you approach, you can see him. He's like doing that whole mumbling to himself, eyes closed, rocking back and forth thing.
He's doing that. I spit on the floor and I walk around him.
Okay. And who does that leave? Did I leave anybody out? No? Diablo?
Me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ethera.
Mike.
All right, so these guys are shooting at the doors. Where is what's her name again? Vanessa Storm.
She's still at the big table, at the round table, and your guys, she's at the table essentially by herself because your guys are all shooting into this kitchen.
Right.
And
so I will make my way over to her.
She's like, what? Once you make your way over, she grabs you by your arm. Not in anger, but it's a combination of anger and just the shock of it. She's like, and pulls you close. She's like, what the fuck are they doing?
Man, there's something fucked up in the kitchen.
So it better be goddamn good. It better be fucked up because we're not even supposed to have these. We're not supposed to be fucking shooting in this place.
Man, I think it's best that we get you out of here.
It's like, yeah, let's do that. She turns. She's like, gentlemen, ladies, I think it's time for me to go. And with that, she turns to you and she said, "Get this under control." And when she she makes a motion like to hug herself, and then throws her arms open. And with that, she turns into an element of air, and just dissipates out of the room. You know, like she turns into a billowing cloud, and then just whooshes right out the main doors, slamming them open, knocking down a couple of people on the way.
You safe? I look back at these guys shooting into the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Well, they shoot until ammo's out, and they start reloading to the point where people are screaming at them to stop.
Right.
That's when Jackson, does the what is this command called, by the way? When they tell people, is just a stop command or a hold?
Stand down.
Stand
down.
Okay.
To stop. Right. That means stop. The fist tells them to stop. I scream out to them and tell them to stop firing.
So once everyone's ears stop ringing to the point where you can actually hear people talking, you notice, and anyone looking at that kitchen, there's flickering lights, like flickering phosphorescence that the bullets didn't necessarily completely destroy. Something is pushing the doors open.
Corey? Lou?
Wow. I'm gonna tell Corey. I'm gonna tell Corey.
Lou?
Yes?
I'm going to back away, but as I back away, I'm gonna put up a wall of super cool air around the entire doorway.
What do you mean?
It's the Cypher.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have that? It's 30 feet by 30 feet by 1 foot.
Okay, that will definitely cover up the door, what's left of them. All right. Anybody else doing anything before I continue?
And I'm going to stay right there, and I'm going to have my gun ready. Well, I'm not even going to have my gun out.
What was the name of my boss? I didn't get it.
Vanessa Storm.
No, that's my boss. That's the boss of the people I came with.
You're with Blitz.
Blitz is the guy.
He's one of you. He's the second in command.
Okay. Oh, so can I still know who the leader of the?
I'm sorry. He goes by the name of Crimson. It's his yes.
Got it. All right. So the name of the group is based off the. Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's not one to be very clever. So
like Beeler Roofing Company.
Right.
I'll tell you that joke later.
Okay. Now the doors swing open. They open up slightly, and it's human shaped, but it's like an oily substance. And you can see bits of bone sticking out, bits of skin. There's a patch. If you can, what is it? It's Cyborg Superman, where you can only see his eye, and a patch of his hair.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing comes through riddled with bullets. You can see this oozing black liquid come out of him, and
I was informed that this was a meeting of the Lords of the Underworld, but yet I did not get my invitation.
Who are you?
Who am I? I am the shepherd. This gathering was to discuss my existence in this world. Is it not? Who speaks for you? Is it this child?
I speak on behalf of the DeLuca family and the Obsidian and all that it holds. You and everybody else that's under your umbrella is a cancer and disrespectful to the order that we have in the underworld. If you weren't invited, that means we didn't want you here. So turn back around and leave.
Cavitation.
Something akin to a smile just makes this thing, this face that's riddled with holes, and a sound that comes from it. It could be a laugh, but because it's riddled with so many holes, there's just air going through certain parts of its neck, and it's from its head.
I come here to warn you all. Stay out of our way. This will not be repeated again to any of you.
With that, it just falls in a clump on the floor and just liquefies.
Smells horrible, doesn't it?
It does. It smells like pure, hot, liquid garbage. It fills the room. Everyone's like, "What the? Oh!" You know, those types of people. Those.
I take it my frigid wall did nothing when he walked through.
It did, but it didn't stop him from talking.
Oh, okay.
It did in the sense that his the epidermis of the body. I will call it a body. You could see it hardened, but it only really just hardened. So
okay, cool.
There's there was an effect. You just don't know if it had any detrimental effects.
All right. So I looked at everybody.
You got hope just for you.
At this point, I believe this meeting is adjourned. Everyone, if you please. We're inside the obsidian, right?
You're in the obsidian, yes. And your uncle, what was his name? I gotta get these names down.
Name was Sal Gugliani.
Sal, yeah.
No,
Uncle
it was Francisco.
Sal Gugliani.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
That's not nice. That's just hate right there. That's hateful. That's just Italian hate.
Wasn't it Francesco?
It's got me thinking of Francesco Rinaldi now. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. De Luca. Salvatore Romano. Uncle Sal.
Uncle Sal. See? Standard.
So they say, hey, whoa. You! He points at you, Ethera. Say, you ain't going nowhere. Where's your boss? Because he had taken cover.
And I look at him and I hold my hands up. Me?
Yeah, you. You came with the broad, right? The storm chick.
Yeah, I'm hired.
Well, somebody's got to pay for all these damages from your boys.
That's not on me. I'm not in charge of anything. I just show up and do the job that they told me to do. Same as I do for you, and I point at some other people. Well, all the other bosses when they ask me.
They're all like, we don't know this bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we ain't paying for this bitch. Okay, so with that, Jackson's like, Mr. Romano, I'm sure we can work this out. My guy's got a little, he's like, oh yeah, about that. And with that, he looks at you, Crosshair,
Mm-hmm.
and gives you the nod. 3 of his boys raise up their weapons.
The who?
To them. To the four that started shooting and Jackson. He's like, whoa, whoa. It's like, no. I meant no offense. You saw what that thing was.
But yet you still fired inside on property ground.
It's like, I swear to you, I meant no offense. It wasn't towards anybody in this room. You saw what that thing was. It killed all those people in there. Come on, please.
Whose boss is he?
He's your cousin.
No, not Salvatore.
Jackson?
No, this is Jackson. This is Abraham. So I
Who's Jackson? Who's Jackson's boss? Or is he just a crony?
his boss is left. I came.
Oh,
with
Vanessa Storm.
So I clear my throat. Hey, gentlemen, before everybody starts shooting and arguing and making all this noise, everybody did notice the hostile thing that just came out the kitchen, right? That's not an employee. That's not part of anybody's crew, right? Right? We're sure about that, right? That was a threat. It just killed a bunch of people in the kitchen. Your kitchen staff is dead. That was an attack by Shepard. Everybody getting that part?
The tension is palpable in the room. Everyone is those who weren't involved. I've moved away and have holstered all their weapons. It's just your guys and the DeLuca guys, and the DeLuca guys outnumber your guys. So do me a favor. Make an intelligence roll. I will give you the difficulties. Normally, I would say 7 out of 10 times I'm not going to give you guys the difficulty. I'll just tell you the roll, and you have to guess how difficult it's going to be based on the scenario. So that's how I will do it. For rolls that aren't necessarily action related, or in this case, I'm going to give you the roll for example, just so that we can get used to rolling these die and how we can apply effort and all that other shit. So you're going to roll an intelligence, which is essentially to try to talk him down. The difficulty is going to be a 3, which would make the target number a 9 or better. You can lower that difficulty by expending effort, which you've already done on other stuff, but you understand the way that it works. Well, not... Yeah, with the expending effort. Your edge lowers your effort by the corresponding number for the initial cost. So if you use 3 points in your pool, in your intelligence pool, your edge takes it to 2 points for lowering the difficulty by 1. And then for every other difficulty that you want to lower it by, you're going to spend 2 more points. So say, for instance, this difficulty is a 3. You would need to spend, to make this an automatic success, you would need to spend 6 points from your pool.
So now, if she should pay Best Buy,
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
we have to pay Best Buy, no Bank of America.
Can you mute yourself, sir? I don't need to know that you're going to Bank of America or Best Buy.
Hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
So you see how that the math is going to be, it's going to be a little tricky in the math at first.
So 3 points for the initial drop, and
The
then 2 afterwards.
The difficulty is 3. Yes. So the first point that you reduce the difficulty by, it costs 3. Then for every point after that, it costs 2. But I think you can only reduce it by by 1 point right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to spend that initial 3 to reduce it by 1.
Okay.
So that's a total of 8 points that I've used.
Okay.
And D20, right?
Yes, sir. So that makes your difficulty a 6 or better.
Okay, here we go. What the hell just happened? There you go. Got a 12.
Not coming up on my screen here. So give me 1 second.
What was that?
You rolled a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you roll it? On roll 20?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm on the right one? Oh, no, I'm not on the right one. That's why.
Yep. You're probably on the other roll 20. And you other guys are probably on the wrong roll 20
What,
game.
Gotham After Dark?
It's Thrones of the Underworld.
Oh.
Yep, I was on the wrong one.
All right. I will honor that 12. And Sal's just like, all right, put him down. You tell your boss. She owes us a lot of money for this. He's like, she owes us a lot of money for this. We'll be sending her the bill. You three. You can't. He's like, you. He points at Jackson. He's like, you and the four of you. You could consider yourself banned from the hotel. Now get the fuck out of here.
Gotham After Dark.
I turn to leave.
So Jackson's just like, and he turns and he holsters his weapon. He nods to the rest of your crew, and everyone heads out. Everybody else, everyone had accommodations here at the hotel for this meeting for the next 2 days. Where I didn't say the day of the week, but it's a Friday, so you have the next 2 days here in the city, and obviously no business is to be done on Obsidian grounds. Outside of that, you're free to move about while they figure out what's going on.
Man, after this shit, I wouldn't stay in this fucking hotel.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen.
All right, so let's start with Diablo. Diablo, what were you doing?
So when I told my guy, I think we should leave. Did we leave or we just stood there?
No, he didn't.
He
didn't leave.
Okay, so
Because
as of now, are we
you
leaving now?
You did your body shield, and then he your clan leader, the leader of your group, or at least the one that was sent here.
Gandalf.
Right. You shall not pass. It's actually pretty good. Now you're with the Umbra. You're with the Umbra Consortium, correct? You and Mystic Knight are both acolytes.
Yeah, Mystic Knight. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not with your clan leader, with the leader of this. You're with the Harbingers. Now, did I send you the list? I sent you, Mystic Knight. I sent you guys the listing of the.
Yes, like what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the levels to the organization and who's at that, who the noteworthy people in that organization. Okay.
Right.
The head of the Umbra Consortium, his title is Erebos, and I'll give you more information on that. But he is not there. So Right now, you're with Vesper Darkstar, and I'm going to send you. I'm going to put in this. I'm going to put in the chat who he is. Vesper Darkstar is a
Seeker.
He's a harbinger.
Oh, okay.
They are
my guy is a seeker.
yes. The harbingers are just below they're essentially the heir apparent to the Erebos. And the Erebos is just one man. And everyone that's a harbinger is jockeying for position. So they are the ones that, and this is something that we didn't discuss, but I'm telling you now. The harbingers are the ones that you want to curry favor with. Everybody else you can curry favor with, but they can only take you so far. The harbingers are the ones that are essentially forming their own subsets within the Umbra Consortium. Because it's ruled by the Erebos, and he has his own plans for the clan. But the harbingers, they all essentially act independently when not under direct order by the Erebos. Now, the harbinger that you got, like I said, he goes by Vesper Darkstar, and I'm going to tell you what he does. He can conjure perfect replicas of himself in his outfit, and I had just did it the other day, so let me just all right, so he wears a full mask, almost all purple, and when I can get this stupid thing to work for me, I will link it. And he has these the thing about Vesper is he purposely uses his doppelgangers.
So he's definitely not there. It's a doppelganger that's there.
Yeah, he will on occasion not even be in the room, and the doppelganger is acting in his stead, which makes him extraordinary. It makes him more dangerous than most, because he can operate in 3 different places at the same time. So there we go.
Cool.
All right. So did you guys see, can you guys see it? It's not coming up on mine.
I won't be able to see it.
So when he says he's fucking your mom right now, it could be true.
That's funny.
In the blue hell, what?
That's just I don't even want to talk about that right now. It's weird. All right. Anyway, so Mystic Knight, you were summoning your power. Everything that just went down. You and Diablo. Did we discuss your relationship to with one another within this organization, or no?
Yeah, it's a professional relationship.
Okay, so cordial, professional, not necessarily bosom buddies.
No. Well, at least on his.
Gotcha. Yeah, because he's kind of a jerk.
I respect his boundaries. Basically, because he's very short and concise with his words.
Okay. All right. So then, what exactly is everyone doing? I realize that I'm putting a lot of pauses in this. It's only because I have my notes and my mind is going in a different direction. I need for you guys to help focus what you're doing so that I can react accordingly.
So the meeting's over.
Yes.
I'm leaving.
The meeting's over. I'm getting a cleanup crew in there, and I'm trying not to
The cleanup crew is going to be horrified because when you get into that kitchen,
Oh,
there's nothing but blood and parts everywhere.
And I walk right back out because I'm
Because
not
of
getting
the
crazy.
because you're just like I don't want. As a matter of fact,
Dude.
you can't even walk into the kitchen because there's an enormous pool of blood and black slime that's on the ground.
Lou.
Hey
No.
Lou, do I see that? Like when
These
he
are my
opens the
Manolo
door,
Blahniks. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Say that again, Diablo.
do I see that when he opens the door? Like, do I see the blood and the black slime?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over there. I
All right.
always carry like very small vials,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take a little, without it getting on me, I'm gonna take a little sample of the black, and I'm gonna take a sample of the blood.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna wrap them up in a handkerchief, put them away,
Okay.
and head back to my guys. And then I'm waiting on orders, what they want me to do.
All right.
What's the next steps?
Once everybody leaves, nobody else comes inside this room. So this room is fully cleaned,
Lou.
Yes.
sterilized.
Let me turn that off.
It's not coming through.
When the underboss said you 4, was I included in that 4?
No.
Okay. Still.
And the
I'm
reason
walking
why
out anyway.
is because he's been eyeing you this whole night. I think I told you we talked about that in the last game.
Mm-mm.
So.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't. Well.
No.
Once there was a point in the exchange after you talked everybody down, there was a look of interest, of masculine interest that is not interesting to you. It's a familiar look. And given his reputation, this is one of those times where I'm not going to tell you what to do, but he's one that he's a notorious womanizer.
Yeah, hard pass.
He does come up to you at some point and tries to chat you up. So how long you been working for those momos?
Ah,
Where the money goes.
Oh, so it's all about the money then. Nothing else. Looking you up and down. How tall is Athera again?
Give me a second. Let me double check.
Because he is approximately 6'3". Well built. I think I already posted his pic.
She is 5'7", athletic and
Oh, so yeah, he towers over you.
Mm-hmm. And she looks exotic. Oh shit.
Yeah, you did that. I didn't do that.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm well aware. And I say, yeah, just the money.
Oh, that's a shame. You know, while all this is getting cleaned up, how about I don't know why I'm looking down at my, but he's just looking at you. It's just like, buy you a drink, and then we can talk business.
I snicker some.
I actually don't drink during business hours, and it is business hours. I have to get back to Mrs. Storm.
Oh yeah. You know, just let her know. This ain't gonna fly. And she needs to bring some button men with a little bit more button. You know what I'm saying?
I shrug my shoulders.
This is a place. This is an establishment for professionals. And what they did, that wasn't professional. That was downright fucking amateurish, if you ask me. And I know you didn't, but I'm telling you anyway.
I frown a little bit.
I look over as he's talking. I snicker a little bit.
So weird that this is not coming up.
As I hear the snicker, recognize your voice.
Mm-hmm.
I give
I go,
a slight nod.
I glare at you
Dude,
briefly.
nobody's there.
Where's mom?
You see mom's
I,
car?
Mute.
Yeah,
I, I,
but
I slightly off the way of my uncle's glare. I hold up my hand like it has nothing to do with me.
And then I look at him and I say, well, what's his last name again?
Romano.
DeLuca. Oh, it's Romano?
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, no, it's
well,
DeLuca. What am I saying? It's DeLuca. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, Mr. DeLuca, I got to make my way to send that message on. If there's ever business, feel free to reach out.
Oh, so that's all I got to do? Reach out?
Wrong way of words.
If it's business.
That's always business with me, sweetheart. So we say, have a nice day. We'll see you soon. Real soon.
I nod and head out.
Real fucking soon.
I am not acknowledging that at all.
All right. Toreador in the fracas. You said you were Diablo's walking over to the scene. He's taking out his Bunsen burner and some beakers, collecting goo. Well, I'm exaggerating about the Bunsen burner, but
I know what you mean.
in that outfit with the with the white gloves, it smacks of just a weird '90s goth vibe. Maybe like if Toreador is familiar with like LARPing.
I'm familiar with Diablo, because we're closest.
Oh, that's right.
Close-ish.
Yes. Okay.
So I know his mannerisms and stuff.
Yeah. Doesn't make it easier. Doesn't make it easier to watch.
No, it doesn't. I mean, at least he's not wearing a giant white lab coat and a freaking pair of giant black gloves. Anyway, after listening to what happened in the room, I take a note of what Estera said.
Ethera?
And Estera, yeah. I take a note of what she said in the end.
Okay.
And I stay in the room to listen to what everyone else starts to say. I start eavesdropping on everyone else's conversations. And I'm just walking around sipping cognac.
Okay.
Where? In your place?
What? No, right there in the ballroom. Whoever's left.
No. You have to leave. The place is gonna get cleaned up.
Okay, the kitchen's getting cleaned up. Did everyone leave? Did all the people in the ballroom leave?
Not everybody.
Yeah.
There's some people that are lingering,
didn't
but
leave yet?
most of them are DeLuca people.
Most of them are the Luca people?
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, I'll just hover near the ones that aren't. Just taking my sip and looking at the scene itself.
Uh-huh.
I was originally gonna do something different, but I didn't get a chance to react. So,
You talking about during the fracas?
yeah, during the whole arguing, the fighting, the whole contact. I remember I went into the hallway. My intention was to go into the kitchen,
Okay.
and I was gonna come up behind the kitchen, but everyone else kind of beat me.
Well,
to it,
I
so-
mean, so even if I resolved it to where you came up from behind it, it was moving towards the doors. So you would have just come into a blood scene, a bloodbath. There would have been nothing else for you to see except the back of this thing as it's speaking to the rest of the group.
So the black suit would have been black and red.
So I would have I wanted to appreciate the slaughter. Actually, take a look at the bodies. What's left of them.
There's plenty of appreciating of a slaughter.
So how did he turn? He just like literally just tore them apart.
Just And I hate to spoil it, but if you haven't seen the latest episode of The Boys, he essentially did what Homelander did to Web Weaver.
Oh, dirty
And there was
fool.
how many people died back here?
About 8.
That
Dirty
quick.
fool, old man.
Mm-hmm.
And he slaughtered them all that quick.
Within the few minutes between the initial the seeing it as it slowly started to transform, and then within the few minutes, maybe about between 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes is the tops.
Yeah. I make a note of that.
This thing and stuff.
The what?
So, yeah, I'll be standing in the kitchen, watch the whole thing happen, watch them walk away, listen to what happened, and then watch Diablo come over to pick up his sample. As he's collecting his sample, I tell him, yo, you missed a spot.
Nice.
I make my way out after that, and then after, like I said, I'll make my way back into the main room, and whoever's left over, see what they're saying.
Okay. Well, a lot of the guys that are working there's mostly cleanup. Some of the guys that are talking are the DeLuca men, but unless you're trying to be stealthy, they'll notice you and will just give you that "what the fuck are you doing?" Who the fuck are you? Look.
I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm just drifting through, drinking my cognac.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay them no mind.
Up until the point where one of them's like, "Hey, you, what the fuck are you doing? Everybody's gone. Get the fuck out of here."
I look at him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you gonna serial kill me? No, I'm just kidding. You didn't say that. Go ahead.
No, I didn't walk out.
This fucking guy, Fugazi.
How could they see through my disguise?
What was it, like Drax? This is like, I can stay still and disappear.
When I go out through the main doors.
Yeah.
Is anyone else around through there?
There are people on the other side of that. Yeah. This it opens up into like a lounge-ish type of area where there are tables, there are couches, there are people that are trying to look into the room, but once the doors close, again, these are swinging doors, so once the doors close, there's nothing to see. There's literally nothing to see from that vantage point anyway. So a lot of the people that are talking, they're talking in hushed tones, what happened, trying to get some information on their own themselves, while at the same time trying to enjoy the atmosphere. It's a cigar bar without the overwhelming cigar smell.
Oh, okay. I can handle that. That's kind of cool, actually.
The only thing that the Lucas don't allow is open drug use.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will. So anyone who seems to be curious about what happened in the kitchen itself, I'll drift towards them, and I'll start to strike up a conversation with them. I'll tell them what I saw in the kitchen itself.
Okay.
Describe the scene to them.
Yep.
And tell them, whatever that thing was, it obliterated 8 bodies in moments.
So that starts a whole buzz in the room, because nothing spreads more than gossip and rumor.
Well, I'm not feeding either one. I'm feeding the truth. That's exactly what I saw in there.
Oh yeah.
Whatever that thing was, it took out 8 staff members in moments.
A lot of the buzz is what happened. There was gunfire. People did hear it, but no one came out with bodies. And there's the thing about the Hotel Obsidian is that there are ways to dispose of corpses that don't necessarily have to be in full view of the public. So that also starts the engine of the gossip from amongst, which is it's the dichotomy of a gossip circle being created in a room full of killers, in a room full of mercenaries, in a room full of criminals, is in itself just laughable. Now, going to Ethera, and then I'm going to come to the rest of the group. You get a call from Miss Storm. Ethera, are you there?
Miss Storm?
Yes. Okay. So she's like, so let me have it.
Well, the bad news is DeLuca wants to hit you with the bill for what happened.
Of course.
And
fucking guineas.
Abraham and the guys are banned.
Fuck.
Guineas.
Did he say that I'm banned? That you're banned?
No,
you're still there?
He didn't say I was banned.
Of course he didn't.
Dick is hard.
Fucking misogynist piece of goddamn mozzarella loving. Okay, all right.
Wow.
Wow. What the fuck happened? What was that?
I've never
That's
seen
the
anything
guy
like
we
that
were
before.
meeting about?
Or something like that. Yeah.
Do you know anything? Have you heard anything about who he is? That thing looked like toxic sludge. That itself is just I want to fucking throw up just thinking about that smell.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. It said it was Shepard. It turned into goo when it was all done.
That can't be
Gave a
Shepard.
warning to everybody.
Just that can't be Shepard. It's just like
I don't think so. I think it's some extra crazy shit like they've been showing on the news.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Those fucking Helios idiots?
Yeah.
Listen. I need you to be on the secured line right now. I'm gonna call you right back.
All right, give me a minute.
So she calls you back.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I met with Shepard not 2 days ago. That wasn't it. I don't know what the fuck that was. It's like, so why he decided to crash the party in that way that he did is just, it doesn't make sense. I don't like it. And whatever that was, it's just causing it's causing trouble. It could be some other player. It's like, I know this is outside of your contract. And if it's about the money, you don't have to worry about the money. I need you to figure out what the fuck that was. Who was the puppet master behind that puppet? That very dangerous goddamn puppet, because he's ruining my plans. Ruining my plans. And I do not want that. Now, one of the things, as an aside, she gets extraordinarily intense. She has an intense focus. It's scary and arousing at the same time to most people, because she is attractive, but not in a supermodel type of way.
Right.
And her looks, her attractiveness stems from her power. It stems a lot from her power, from your perspective. Because you are playing a woman, and women are attracted to power, even powerful women. So, I realize that's a stereotype generalization, blah, 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 sue me. However, it is part of this game. Now, she not necessarily has taken a liking to you, but your professionalism has caused her to lean on you a lot more. Not too much, but you are noticing it. And your attraction for her unless you tell me otherwise, is not just, it's not compromising your judgment, but it's giving you a sense of obligation. Not obligation, that's a wrong word. But your attraction to her is skewing your
It gives me a bias.
yes. Boom. Thank you. It's giving you a bias. And it has nothing to do with her movement, her environmentalism, her what do they call those people that are environmentalists, but like they're so hardcore that they will kill. You know, what I'm
militants. Militants.
yes,
Yeah,
she's a militant
yeah.
environmentalist, and that's run her afoul of a lot of people. But it's also
Greenpeace.
it's also built her power. It's built her power base, and she's taken to a life of crime in order to further her ambitions. She's essentially poison ivy, but not clownish at all.
Right.
So saying, I want you to figure that. I want you to find out who the fuck that was. Say, if you can, get a sample of whatever that thing was. If they haven't mopped it up and fucking cross-contaminated it, I want to see. I want to know what the hell that was. It just, the smell. I recognize that smell. As disgusting as it was, I recognize that smell.
All right. I'll make a move.
All right. Report back in. Get the fucking bill from that piece of shit. And let me know what it is. I'll have it wired by the end of the night.
Will do, ma'am. I will take this moment as the perfect opportunity to go back into the place and look for Mr. DeLuca. But also, when I go back in there and I see looking for Mr. DeLuca, do I see Dwight, what's your character's name again?
Diablo.
Crosshair?
Do I see Diablo?
Yes.
No.
Okay. I stop by Diablo, kind of walk up close to him.
Okay. Diablo, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were taking samples of the liquid, yes? You may be muted, Diablo, unless he's not there at all, which he should be.
I mean, depending how the timeline went, he probably would have already gotten a sample.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to. It's
because he definitely had collected the sample. Because I was sitting there watching him.
These things were running concurrently, so not consecutively. Consecutively would have been that he did it already. So I'm doing this in a concurrent mindset.
Right. Well, that's fine by me, because if he's already got it, that actually works in my favor.
Okay. And yes, he was gathering samples. Mystic Knight. What, if anything, were you doing? You said, did you say you were leaving?
I can hardly hear you.
Can everybody else hear me?
I can hear you clear.
All right. So then it's just you.
Probably.
Get headphones.
Whip the donkeys. Whip the donkeys.
Not too much though. They might like it.
All right.
Harder, Daddy.
What, if anything, is Mystic Knight doing?
I mean, I guess there's nothing to do. So walk out with the entourage and just do.
Do you guys see the image of a Vesper?
Excuse me?
Did you
Vesper?
Vesper Dark? Yeah.
Yeah, I posted it up on Discord just in case no one can see it. It's in the in-game chat.
All right, thank you. Because it should have shown up on here, but I don't know. Maybe they changed the way that
a bunch of links popped up instead.
Yeah.
You have to start uploading it because they like to charge for that.
I guess. Okay. So Vesper had retired for the evening, and what he did was he turned to you and Diablo, and before he left the room, as Diablo was collecting his sample, he goes to you, Mystic Knight, and he says, Acolyte, a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not?
What can I serve you for?
Did you not sense it? There was something with that creature.
Something what?
Something with that creature that was off. There was traces of mystic energy emanating from it. Only for a moment, and only when it spoke. So clearly, it was what do they call him? So clearly, we're dealing with someone who knows how to animate Gola. I need you and the other acolyte, Diablo, to do some research. Take that sample and see what you can find from it. You are capable of this, yes?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yes.
I'll be watching. Report back as soon as you know anything.
Question.
Questioning me or
Yes.
Vesper?
To you.
Okay.
Is what I got to see inside those double doors for that moment.
Yep.
Is it anything similar to what's been happening in the streets? With the creatures running amok?
From the reporting that you've been getting, the description of it is similar, but this is not a wild. The things that were running amok on the street were literally running amok on the street, causing chaos, murder, death, destruction. This thing, it was cogent. It was speaking. There was no reports of anything speaking.
So I let Vesper know.
By the way, the code of conduct is for the harbingers and Erebos is to call them my lord.
Okay, so my lord, your suspicions may go beyond just a mystic. If this thing was anything similar to what we've been listening to the news and the reports, this thing was actually talking from the accounts of the witnesses. It seemed intelligent.
So,
with purpose.
When Vesper speaks, on occasion, one of the other doppelgangers speaks. So it's a weird thing where it's a single voice, but it comes from three different people behind their masks. So the one to his right, the shepherd is the puppet master. Is that what you're saying?
It's a possibility and a very likely one. I mean, we don't have enough information as of yet, but it's a good assumption.
Question.
Yep.
This stuff has been all over the news, right?
The news.
At what part are we in from Gotham After Dark? Are we basically at the end, or we're in the middle? Did this tower have its situation? Where are we at now?
Everything up to the last game in the original Gotham After Dark had already transpired.
Okay.
So as far as this black goo is concerned, they didn't. They're just saying that the news is reporting it as toxic waste, or some sort of experimental runoff from Helios Tower.
Right, but what it is, what I'm looking at is, my thing is, I'm going to collect the information I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna collect. I want to see all the information, what everybody, YouTube, whatever social media, what the news is saying to talk about this. Uh, I know it's not going to talk about the Shadow Syndicate, but what happened in that tower, the creatures itself, the things that they're doing to prevent it, and then I don't have my kit to put it under a microscope to kind of see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, I want to
Well,
look at the blood to see what the contamination and what it's
well,
doing inside the blood itself.
well,
That's what
that's what Vesper wanted us to do. As a matter of fact, it's an order from him. He wants us to
I know that
investigate.
I listen, I'm right there with you when he said
Yeah.
that, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling Lewis what I'm doing, what my character itself is doing.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. And then I go,
Yeah, but
yes, my lord. I'm gonna
in
go
the
and
interaction, you can wait. You can save that till after the interaction. I get what you're saying, but we're in the middle of the dialogue. That's an action after the fact. You know what I mean?
right. I'm not telling him. I'm just telling you
No, I
what
get
my
it.
character is gonna
Um,
do, and I'm gonna just tell Vesper. I'm gonna say, okay, and basically my other guy, the one that I normally deal with, kind of knows how I am in the sense that I guess I got like a OCD. Like once they tell me to do something, especially when it comes to information, like my brain is already like I'm like the good doctor in a way, but I'm a bad doctor. I'm like my brain is locked in that sense of I'm kind of autistic that I'm just like locked into it.
mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm gonna go do.
Okay. You. I think you're too obsessed with that show, by the way.
I love that show.
It's a good show.
Mystic Knight. What, if anything, are you going to continue to continue? What are you doing?
So after bringing that up and him asking that if Shepard may be behind all this, truly behind all this, I tell him that's a good assumption to start with, but there is not enough information uh, that we personally have to be able to uh, assess it correctly.
I understand that, Acolyte. That's the
Going
point.
by is news reports, the television, that angle, and the sound bites from the goody two shoes. So I will assist Yellow with finding out that mystic component and how they're managing to raise the dead, it seems. But
yes, that
how-
seems apropos to the situation. Maybe
But how
perhaps
else
it
would
is
you want-
necromancy, but there's not enough, as you say. That's the point of my order for the investigation.
yes.
So, do this.
Do you? Yes, my lord. So as soon as Diablo makes a beeline to go out to do what he's going to do, I follow right.
Yeah,
right
and
into it.
Ethera, as Vesper turns towards the door, Vesper walks around him towards Diablo.
Yes, my lord.
No, Ethera walks towards you, Diablo.
Ah,
He sounds disappointed. Like, ah.
so I'm gonna look at her and yes. Can I help you?
Seems you were taking samples. Are you planning to try and find out what it is?
I'm gonna be hungry later, so I needed something to eat.
So that's understandable.
He knows that I have a dry humor, so
I chuckled because
So,
that was actually funny.
Lou, I make sure that I am standing quite close to him,
Mm-hmm.
and ledger domain.
hmm
Lou, ledger domain. perform small but seemingly impossible tricks. For example, make a small object in my hand disappear and move into a desired space within reach. Or make someone believe that they have something in their possession that they do not. Basically, sleight of hand.
Jedi mind trick.
Okay, so you're going to sleight of hand the sample?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's an opposed roll. So you guys can duke that out. Now, as far as I understand, it's not necessarily a. There's no specific difficulty to do it. So the difficulty would be your. How would I do this? Because that's interesting that you would do that. So I guess we're going to come to the point where we figure this out.
We're criminals. I'm not being nice.
No, I get it.
Play that Eminem song because I'm a criminal.
Fire.
Now, Lou, what is he trying to do exactly?
He's trying to
Pick in your
palm.
pocket.
He's trying to pick
Yep.
your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, so his hand hits a shield.
Your shield isn't active the whole time.
Yes, I do. I have
Yeah.
two. One is active all the time, and then I have a second one.
One is active all the time?
Yeah,
All the time.
All right, hold on.
it's a level 1 shield
Interesting.
that always on.
Oof. The way that this sheet output, the text is minuscule.
You better off just going to the website and look at it that way.
Which is the one? It's a special ability.
It's called
Yeah, it's a
something
skill.
Armor.
It's a
Yeah.
skill. Legerdemain. It's a skill.
No. I'm talking about the armor that he's talking about.
Yeah, it's
So
a trait that
resonance
he buys
is a
at level 1.
resonance field. No,
Let
that's
me-
not it.
Wait, give me a second, because I can get on this.
That's interesting.
What is it? Do I have it on Roll20? No. I don't.
No, you can go
gotta-
to that web.
Cypher, right? I gotta
yeah.
go into the Cypher.
You gotta go to Cypher and look at your character sheet.
Let's see, Hellborn Magic, Inner Evil, Sense Magic, Perfection, Radiation Spike. That's your Cypher. Adept, Notes, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're right. It's better to go to the damn site. Jesus Christ.
I forgot my damn. Really? This is gonna be a.
So I see Residence Field, Blessing of the Gods, Magic
No,
Training,
there's another one.
Arcane Flare.
No.
Steve, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I'll look at it up. Let me check.
It's like it's just constantly on.
Oh, the phone spin. Almost.
The other one you have to activate, but that one, no, that one's just on all the time. I can't fucking find it right now. I can't even get into my damn phone. I gotta fix my desk.
Your character's name is Diablo, right? There it is.
Yeah.
Louis,
I'll say right now.
Louis,
Yo.
Thanks, Steve.
Well-
Thanks.
while that's happening,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use my intuition
Okay.
and look into Ethera's eyes to perceive her action.
Okay.
Dude, I don't think he picked it up.
Huh?
Yeah, because I'm not seeing what you're talking about.
Intuitive is you're often tickled by a sense of knowing what someone would say, how they would react, or how events might unfold. Maybe you have a mutant sense. Maybe you can see just a few moments ahead through time, or maybe just good at reading people and
Okay.
extrapolating the situation. Whatever the case, many who look into your eyes immediately glance away, as if afraid of what you might see in their expression. So, using that ability, I'm going to look at her and just kind of glancing at her, being that she came to Diablo asking her such a specific question in order
Okay.
to ascertain her intentions.
Hey, Bucky, you didn't pick it up.
I think it's
Swear,
the
fucking-
ward. It's I'm looking at it right now. It's called ward. You have a shield of energy around you at all times that helps you deflect
There it goes.
attacks. But it's
Yeah, but
not.
does he have it? Because
it's-
I'm looking at his character sheet. It's not
I'm
on
looking.
there.
It's under special abilities.
Oh.
That's it's technically not an attack, and he's not attacking you. It's just taking something from you.
You wouldn't consider that an attack, even though he's trying to.
No, it's not. It's not with the intent of doing damage.
I don't know that. Like he's getting a little too close. Got to be a little too close.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of the skill that that Ethera is using to get close
Also,
to you.
She's a woman.
Right.
I don't even look at you as a woman. I look at you as a fucking non-being. It's like you're below me.
She's looking
So
he's looking at you as food. You are a snack.
Well, she's just doing what women do.
Of course.
Exactly.
so if she gets close to me, I'm pushing her away.
That would be the opposed roll. So I'm looking that up right now and how we can do that. Please. All right. So it's a base difficulty determined by me, and it represents how challenging an action is under normal circumstances. You can apply your modifiers, any skills or assets, to reduce it. So, is the ledger domain trained?
I've got 2S cost 1.
Okay. So it costs how much from which pool?
What does S mean?
Speed.
Skill.
No, it's a speed pool.
Oh, well, my pool is 15.
All right. So, and the opposed roll would be, I'm going to say intellect. So he can use the pool. The thing about the pool is, I keep referencing pool because that's where you are going to be able to influence the roll.
Right.
Okay? Whether up or down. Now, your effort is where is taken from your pools. All right, so let's just say this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. And the reason why I say that is because of what I'll do is I will add 1 to the difficulty for the shield. Okay? We'll raise the difficulty by 1. And let's make the challenge rating a 4, which would make it a 5. Now you're going to be able to hinder that if you by expending points or utilizing your skills to oppose it. So let's see. The activation cost for you is what? 2, you said, right?
Activation cost 1.
Do you have an edge in your speed?
No.
Okay, so then it is going to cost you 1 from your speed as a base. And then you can apply your effort in order to reduce the difficulty, to make it easier for you to do it.
Okay.
And let's see, both. for. Is Audible here? Because I'm so sorry if I missed you, but you've been awfully quiet. So
I've been here. I was waiting for my turn.
I apologize profusely. We'll come back to you as soon as these guys are done. Now, all right. So here's what I have both your character sheets here. You have 15 points of from your effort pool to put into this. Your skill, you're trained in speed defense. You're trained in all tasks involving balance and careful movement. So that would be, and you're trained in all tasks involving physical performing arts. So you get to lower that difficulty by 1 because you're trained in careful movement, right? So that would make it a 4, just off the rip. And to lower that even more, you would need to expend points from your pool.
All right. So I'm already spending 1 point from the pool, right?
Correct. So it leaves you with a 14.
All right.
Second
So
stuff.
I will put another 5 points in. 3
Okay.
with the initial 3 points plus another
All right.
2.
So that lowers it by a total of 3 to the difficulty, which makes it 2, which makes it a 6 or better. So you get to roll that.
What happens if he rolls a natural 20?
It's not an automatic. The other person still gets to roll. So okay, so you roll that 7. So you inch your way forward. Now the way to defend against this is the difficulty is still a 5, Diablo. You get to use any skills, any training, and you get to roll. You get to lower the difficulty.
So I got an edge of 1 on my intellect.
Right. So hold on. Let me finish the explanation. This way, this is going to take a little bit of time for us to wrap our heads around it because we're so used to just adding pluses to the roll. This just lowers difficulties, making the roll easier. The goal is to make the roll as easy for yourselves as possible. Bonuses usually come in the form of bonuses to damage. That's how you add the bonuses, typically. I assigned a difficulty of 5. That's a 5 for both of you because it's a challenge. Now, he lowered it. His roll is a 7. You get to lower the difficulty. If you beat the 7, then you successfully defend against that.
So be pushing me away, right?
Correct.
So, is my edge? Am I able to use my edge?
Your edge only lowers the cost of the pool by the number in the edge stat. So, for instance,
right. So it's 1.
No, it's 3 points to reduce the difficulty for the first point. It's 3, 2, 2, 2. So just always think 3 first and then 2 afterwards. So if you want to lower it by the same amount that he used, you would because you have the edge, you would lower by 1. That would be a total of 4. That reduces the difficulty by 2, making it from a 5 to a 3.
I'll be right back.
All right. So if I use 2 points,
then it would go to a 4, and you would have to roll a 12 or better. You would have to roll a 12 or better just to make the roll anyway, but you'd still have to beat his roll.
Right. So what if I use 4 points?
Then you reduce it by 2, and that means that you would need a 9 or better.
All right, I'm going to use 6.
All right. So that would make it a 6 or better.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
With that 19, you take a reflexive step back. You don't necessarily notice that because it's sleight of hand, it's not like she's making it obvious.
Right. I understand.
So,
but I'm just saying.
He takes that reflexive step back.
Are you using the effects?
Yes. Now, with the 19, when it comes to the high rolls, think of it this way: 17. Well, is it 17 or 18? It's
18 and 19 are
18,
minor
19, and
effects.
20, right?
20,
Okay.
no, 18 and 19 is a minor effect. 20 is a major effect.
Okay. So when he's talking about effect, you get to put in a narrative. When it comes to assigning damage, it gives you bonuses to damage. There's not necessarily a double damage. It's just like I think a +3 for nat
Plus
20.
1 and plus 3.
+1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So the minor effect would be you step back and push her away, or just slightly just put your hand out and graze her boob.
Yeah, I don't put my hands on anybody.
You don't have to do the effect. You can just declare what your action is going to be.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm stepping back and putting my hand up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people next to me.
I can understand that. I don't like being touched.
So, for me to perceive this, what would be my
The difficulty would still be a 5.
Does he have to look directly in my eyes, or can he just look at?
No, he would have to look at your eyes. It's not like he's doing a death stare, but yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at your eyes for the effect.
Yes.
Understand? But it really could be anything. It could be a feeling. It could be just the fact that I'm aware of their surroundings. It could be anything. But I'm taking it verbatim from the skill itself in order to look into your eyes for the effect of it, like unnerving you. That's all. Okay, so I'm trained in all things perception, so that's -1. I'm also know what to do, but I'm not gonna use that just yet.
The most you can lower that by skills is 2.
Yeah.
By skills or Cypher, excuse me. And then you'd have to spend your effort.
All right, so that's a 1. That makes it 4. Just looking to see if I have anything else. No. All right, so I have an edge of 1 in intellect, so I'll reduce it by 4. So that would be 3.
Okay.
That would make it
a 6 or better.
2, so it's a 6 or better.
And how many points did you use?
19.
Nice. All right.
All right, so
how many total points of your intellect pool did you use?
4.
Okay.
Because the edge only reduces the first
point.
The first point.
Yeah.
And then it's 2, 2, 2, 2 after that.
Correct.
Right? It's not 2, 1, 1, 1.
Right.
Okay. All right. So with the minor effect, what it's going to be like a glare in my eye, where we lock eyes, and I see right through her intent of trying to snag the sample from Diablo, and she knows that I know that she was just doing that, even though she was very subtle about it. But I make no move towards her at all.
You didn't get a saving throw?
Nope.
No.
Oh wow.
Well, that whole challenge thing was the saving throw.
Yeah.
Well, for the pickpocketing, yeah. But I guess there is not.
No, I'm talking about. Do you have a saving throw against his penance there?
His difficulty is
The difficulty is the save.
Oh, okay.
That's her defense.
Yeah. Everything's already pre-programmed. So if you make the roll, there's little you can do about it. If you miss the roll, then the person gets left out.
Well, that's not entirely true, because he does have player interrupts. They can
can only use a player interrupt when you're spending XP, which you don't have right yet.
There's a similarity to D&D with this. I see it.
Okay.
I mean, the guy that wrote this wrote for D&D for decades, so yeah.
So yeah, I look dead at you, Athera, and I look straight through you, and you know it. but I make no facial change. I make no move towards you. You know, it's just I'm just standing right next to Diablo. That's all.
All right. So I mean, the tertiary effect is that essentially stops that interaction because of the step back, and then when you give that small look towards Mystic Knight, it's you got caught out there, but he's not doing anything about it. So that like the mood has slightly shifted, but Diablo is not aware of what just happened.
Right.
Mystic Knight is, and he's not saying a thing.
Right. So I slightly upturn the corners of my mouth as I walk past both of them. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
All right. So with Audible, that entire time, Blitz, there were 3 instances where just as the fracas started happening, there was you ever seen like the oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue, where the reverse flash, he moves so fast you just see like a buzz in his silhouette.
Yes.
3 separate occasions in that entire endeavor, and each time he comes back with a bigger smile.
He was doing some shit.
That dirty
So he's
rat.
like, he's like, oh man, that's terrible. I hope he's okay.
He was doing.
Yeah, look, I gotta. He leans over to he grabs you guys together. He's like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. So, you guys just hang out and report or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
All right, but the boss is still here.
No, the boss. He's the boss.
He's the boss.
He was the acting boss.
Okay.
He's just like, he's like, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, you guys enjoy your weekend. You saw nothing. He didn't say the "you saw nothing" part, but he gives you that look.
I wouldn't have.
Right? He's just like,
I'm gonna assume I still gotta figure out how the system works power wise, but we'll just assume that because I manipulate sound, I can hear stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry that it's gonna take me a minute to acclimate to these characters, specifically your powers, because I have Emerald in my mind.
I know.
With your
light to sound, that's
right. With your sound abilities, you were able to, even over the din and the piercing, because you're so hypersensitive to sound of all that gunfire in this enclosed space.
Mm-hmm.
You heard him like on 3 separate occasions, and then he gives you a knowing look because he knows what you can do.
Right. Yeah, that's why I'm not even moving. I'm just giving a smirk like.
Yeah, it's just like yeah, I gotta go. Now, mind you, Blitz is young. Blitz, and I have Blitz here, so I'm gonna put him on Discord because I can't put him in this other thing. So I'm gonna put him in the art gallery, and you'll see exactly why I say that he gives you this look of. All right, let me just put. I'm gonna put him up there. But in any event, while I'm finding his picture, what exactly are you doing from that point forward? Because you're with 2 of the other guys. They're essentially muscles, so they're not. I'm not gonna give them. I'm not gonna pay more homage to them in terms of names and ranks. They're just hired guys.
It's Heckle Jekyll.
Yeah, you can call them however you want to call them, but yeah.
So I obviously all of us were kicked out of the building after everything happened.
Not out of the building, just out of this enclosed space.
Out of this enclosed space, so we're still able to commune into the obsidian.
The hotel. Yeah, you all have rooms. Everybody has rooms.
Okay, all right. All right. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bar. Like I'm just, um, I'm basically, in a sense, I'm gonna just use my sound abilities, my hearing abilities,
Mm-hmm.
if I can eavesdrop on any conversations
Okay.
to see if anybody knows what the fuck just happened.
Okay.
So I'm just basically, quietly collecting information, right? Um, and then whatever
I just posted Blitz.
whatever I think might. Oh damn! You do that yourself?
Yeah.
Or you just
No, that's mid journey.
That's something you did though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
What'd you do this on?
It's in the art gallery in.
No, you just took a picture. I might ask you to make a better version of the picture I used.
Okay.
Called Midjourney AI?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the one that started off all the AI art craze.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looks young as hell though.
Yes.
He looks like the
He's
Kid Flash.
Yeah, Blitz is in his he can't, when you look at him, you're thinking of he can't be but a senior in high school, but the kid is actually in his 30s.
It looks like Timothy Chalamet.
I didn't think of that.
That's what he is. He's Timothy Chalamet as the Flash.
He's
as the first Flash.
He's hot tempered. He likes causing not mayhem, but a little bit of chaos.
Right.
Just enough for distracting.
Just enough to distract from the shit that he really does, which is steal. He loves stealing.
The shinier the better.
The more rare, the better. Like he has Action Comics #1. He has, priceless art in his room. He has,
He's a collector.
Yeah. All right. So overhearing the conversations, you get a whiff of the stuff that Diablo's putting out there. No, not Diablo, Toreador. Somebody just dropped.
Crosshair's hamster died again.
Who's that?
No.
James?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mystic Knight.
Oh.
No, he's still there.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still here.
No, it was Crosshair that dropped.
Crosshair that dropped out.
So he's using hamsters too.
Yeah, seriously. But
He's using marine power. He has to get more crayons.
Oh wow!
There he is. That's funny. All right.
Fucked up.
That's some bullshit.
Now, as I'm obviously we're leaving out of that room, do I see where the rest of the group goes?
Well, your guys are.
Not my crew. I'm saying the rest.
The rest of the crew. They had moseyed into the lounge after their little almost touching exchange, which is strange. Now do you know Ethera personally? Yes, or you've worked with Ethera, or what's your relationship to the rest of the crew?
I think if I'm correct, I know I've worked with Ethera maybe once, and maybe Crosshair. I'm sure I've encountered the other guys. Like, I don't know that much about the magic thing, so Mystic Knight is still kind of an anomaly.
Yeah,
to me.
they're
They're
just termed metahumans.
My powers.
Yeah.
So.
Anybody that's doing magic is just considered a metahuman. The principles of magic are still wildly unknown to the general public.
Got it.
Anybody that's doing anything that is remotely magical, or they're considered superpowers.
My character just thinks they're David Blaine on crack.
Yeah, they're a bunch of David Copperfields running around.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know who that is. David Blaine, I know.
Right. David,
No,
you don't know who David Copperfield is?
No, I'm
He's
saying
joking.
Oh,
my
you're
character.
talking about Audible.
My character would have heard of Houdini.
My bad.
David Copperfield, maybe, but David Blaine is probably the most popular musician at the moment.
Oh my god.
David Blaine and Chris Angel. Yeah, those
Yeah,
would be the two
David Blaine.
young characters would know.
Yeah.
Yikes.
David Copperfield, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, him being a black man, Houdini, the rap group, not the magician.
Here we go.
No, I would know. I would know the song by Eminem, but I would know who Houdini is because everybody knows who Houdini is.
Here we go.
This is true. This is true.
So.
All right.
If they ain't
exchange,
Migos, I don't know
the thing that that stood out in that exchange with Ethera and Tori and Diablo is that she got awfully close, and she hates when guys get close to her.
Right, which is why I just keep my distance, and I don't say much. I check her out from time to time, whenever I can get a glance. But but I respect her.
Okay.
And I know she can fuck shit up. Same thing with Crosshair. I know that, I know these chicks can fuck shit up, so I don't get in their way.
You just know my uncle will put a bullet in you.
Smart.
Lou.
Smart.
Lou.
Yes.
I suppose that our coven or our organization has a cant.
Yes.
So using the cant and signals, I'm going to signal to Diablo what just transpired.
Okay.
They're trying to snatch a sample from him.
Okay. Toreador. Not trying to leave anybody out. Because Audible's in the lounge. You're in the lounge too. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That your rumor for some reason just started just blazing through the room to the point that one of the DeLuca lieutenants, he's at the bar talking with some floozy, some woman of the night, and one of his guys comes over, whispers in his ear, and he's just like looking around, and they point not at you but at the first person you talk to. And he starts making his way over. And the person that you had talked to, some squirrely little guy, he's a fence. He goes by the name of Mo. And Mo is one of those guys that's a wannabe. He's a wannabe big shot. So he saves up his money.
He's one of those? Okay.
To come to the Obsidian. He wears the finest cheap shit that he could find. So while everyone's wearing Gucci and Versace, he's wearing Sears. But he keeps it pressed, and he has a comb-over shirt. He has a ratty beard, ratty goatee, maybe in his mid-40s, and he likes talking, loves talking about all the things that come to his hands and who he deals with and blah, blah, blah. At that point, they walk, the two DeLucas come over to him and say, you, come with me. He said, what? What'd I do? I ain't do nothing. Oh, come on. Say, Sonny, please, come on. You're embarrassing me in front of the, what's your name?
Kneecaps.
He's like, he's like, you're embarrassing me in front of the, he's like, wait, what's your name? And she's like, what's my name? Fuck you. And she throws her drinks in his face. He's like, oh, this fucking suit costs so much money. It didn't. So they grab him. He's like, come on, Sonny, fuck. I didn't do nothing. I didn't say nothing. And they lead him out of the room.
So I'm looking at the dilemma like, I shrug.
So
my cognac.
His gal pal, she's just like, what a fucking asshole. And she looks at you and she's like,
well, hello there.
Wow.
It's like, so How about you refill my? I say my drinks seem to have spilled. Maybe you should get a girl a
Pick it
refill.
So
He's like, pick it up, bitch.
give her a mop. Give her a mop. No, so I signaled the waiter over and put at her cup.
So she orders her. She's like, what is it? Tequila sunrise. Make it. He's like, make it frozen. He looks at her like, those don't come frozen.
Give this hooker a tequila sunrise with 2 ice cubes.
So I look at him like, okay.
And he looks at you.
Tequila sunrise with 2 ice cubes.
He just looks at you and her. He's like,
I look at him and I just shrug.
he's like, all right. He walks away. It's like, I like my drinks frozen.
You like your drinks
It's
frozen?
just like, that's because I'm attracted to things that are cool.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And I'm agnostic.
So Lou,
Yeah.
That hurt my feelings when she said that.
wow. So Lou,
Yes.
I'm with the cleanup crew, and I'm just watching them clean up and make sure every place is this entire place is cordoned off.
Yes.
I'm going to tell one of them to get a sample of the black goop.
Yep.
And take it to one of our drug facilities to test it.
Okay. All right.
And find out
Can do that.
any information, anything else like that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna debrief my grandfather as soon as possible.
All right. Audible.
Yeah.
The that funny scene aside, you can hear whispers about the Shadow Scale Syndicate. There's there's two men sitting in a corner, and they're having a they're having one of those close, over candlelight. Not. It's one of those conversations that it's lacking of any familiarity, any joviality. And it's like, what the fuck are we gonna do? These people they're all in our business. You say you hear what they did over the docks. It's like they just cleaned out that Puerto Rican kid's crew. It's like and you say, what do you mean clean them out? Those guys were heavy. They had a lot of fucking firepower. Yeah. They were gone in an hour. And by the way, gone. No bodies, no trucks, no rolled up mattresses, no carpets, no nothing. It's like, listen, I know you do business with them guys, with that crew, but I think it's time to close up shop.
Was it okay? So they're just talking about what's going on over at the docks, and who's the Puerto Rican kid? Do I have an idea who the Puerto Rican kid they're talking about is?
They're a local crew. They're sort of Latin Kings MS-13 vibe.
Got it. All right.
They've been around for about 6 or 7 years. They're strictly about drugs and prostitution, and they keep to themselves. They do business with anyone, but as far as like anyone getting in, it's if they're not family, they're not in. They were run by a matriarch.
Cardi B.
Nigga shit.
Okay.
Really?
Occur? Her name. She goes "Brrr" every time she talks.
I keep listening.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Do I hear their names of how they're addressing each other? Am I able to pick that up or no?
Hold on a second. I gotta write something down. Yeah, they called her La Reina del Caribe, which roughly translates to the Queen of the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
And
Queen of the what?
Queen of the Caribbean.
Oh.
Can you spell that?
La Reina. All right, I'll put it in there.
Caribbean Queen. That's all you need.
Caribbean Queen.
Well, Billy Ocean, huh? Got it.
Yeah. No. All right, I'll put it in. I'll send it in your private chat.
Hey Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Crosshair.
He left for a second.
Oh, okay. All right, I was.
Yeah. You remember her? You've dealt with her a couple of times when you were slinging. She was very motherly, but because she liked you and because you were an upcoming athlete, her name was Magali. What I put it?
Sanchez.
Magali Sanchez. They call her the Queen of the Caribe, La Reina. You knew her as Reina. Everyone called her Reina.
How old is Reina?
Reina was in her late 50s.
Oh, okay.
She had 3 sons, and they ran the territory.
Okay.
But
her and I got along.
You got along, yeah. She was not. She was for a crook. She seemed more motherly than crook. But when shit went down,
yeah, she was about her business.
She was about her business, and her business was machetes.
Oh, okay then.
It was either that or bleach.
No. Machetes, plural.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, what I'm thinking is that whatever happened, this happened to people from her crew.
Yeah. But her entire crew just fell off the map. They weren't doing
what happened to her.
They weren't doing any pickups. They weren't doing any runs. None. All of her corner boys are gone.
Oh, that's a problem.
And in their place are, these new kids, and they're all Vietnamese. And there's no Vietnamese gangs in that area.
Well, you know the name of the Vietnamese gang?
No, they just showed up and started slinging dope. And anyone that challenged them was quickly cut down. It's been about a week since that happened. Now you're working with your group, so you're not necessarily on the streets as much anymore.
Well, I'm a lot of times I'm doing guarding and bouncing and shit at the club.
Right. So that word hasn't really circulated because again, they're not mid-level. They're low-level crew, but they operate as a tight ship family.
Right. More like a small gang where it's or even like a group of runaway kids.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. All right.
And there's rumor, as part of their conversation, that they're slinging Solomon Grundy.
Really? Okay.
No one's been able to get any. So far, it's like it's a rumor, meaning like it's like one says, yeah, I heard they were slinging Solomon Grundy. He's like, what the fuck? In that area? Are you serious? You know how much that shit goes for? You're full of shit.
How much do we know that Solomon Grundy is going for?
Solomon Grundy for a gram, it's about $10K.
Yep, that's what you told me.
That's unheard of, even in the coke game.
Right, that's a ridiculous amount of price. The question is, if they're slinging it for that much, that means they're trying to isolate the product, who they're selling it to, because that's not something that they can, unless they're getting Like that's not going to the average junkie. Basically, like it's not like crack cocaine.
Yeah, which is why the other person in that conversation is pushing back.
Right.
I'm saying, what the fuck out of here? You know how much that shit goes for?
Right.
How
much is cocaine
selling that shit on a street corner? A gram of cocaine, probably, I don't know, if it's good quality, you're talking about $100.
See, and this is shit is more than the white powder. How much is meth? Like the average drug. I mean, I don't obviously I don't do drugs.
I don't either. So
all right, so meth is cheap.
Meth
weed
is
actually
cheap.
more expensive than cocaine right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because weed is legal then.
Yep.
Once they criminalized it, it costs more.
Yeah, but it's not at the level of what.
No, even before legalization, it was more expensive than coke.
Weed is more expensive, really?
Yeah, weed got more expensive than coke.
Because of the exotic trends, the exotic flavors and stuff like that.
All the different strains.
Okay, gotcha. I get it. I get you. I get what you're saying.
And Coke just got limited to.
Yeah, you can't flavor cocaine. It's either white or white. You know.
Yeah, white shit ain't got no flavor.
That's why them basic broads love it. I mean, that's why them basic broads love it.
What has been my boss's take on the whole Solomon Grundy drug trade? What like to do? Obviously, I'm sure he's talking to all of us about what's going on, and if it's something that is it something he's staying away from? Is it something he wants to even touch? Is it something that he's trying to make a deal with in some way? Because I know he runs a front, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure we can move like party drugs and shit through there very easily. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like a rave? Who doesn't like whatever? I mean, we could disguise hookah as not just weed but anything. Those hookah setups.
Mm-hmm.
What is his take on the whole Solomon Grundy?
Because Solomon Grundy is so new to the streets and so expensive, he's made overtures to these guys. Only one out of the 5 guys he sent out, and 3 of them were metas, and the one that returned wasn't a meta. But the other 4 they disappeared, assumed to have been killed, and he hasn't been able to establish any kind of connections with anyone that's slinging it. In fact, the issue of slinging it is just nomenclature for people that are that are selling it. The problem is that who's getting it?
Right.
It's not on the street. It's too expensive for the street.
Right.
And even with his connections, he can't get a hold of it.
Right.
He has people telling him that they can find it, that they can get it, but so far, everyone's coming up empty. But it's out there.
Right.
And it's taking away a lot of the business from a lot of dealers. So anyone that's moving weight is not moving as much weight anymore. So it would be like if I moved 16 keys of coke through the club, but I discovered this thing that's worth this much more.
Right.
I'm gonna take the money that I would put into the 16 keys of coke and try to get that in order to sling that myself to high-end customers.
Whoever they're selling it to has deep pockets, clearly. It has an interest in what
not necessarily so, because it could be made cheap and just sold at an
Give me a sec, guys.
price. It could be something designer.
it was that it was that simple, they wouldn't have such a high price
Got
markup.
everything right?
10K. Are you walking around with 10K? Even if all of us who are all let me finish. If all of us organized criminals, right? Let's clearly for all of us, we're making six figures easy. I mean, how we all choose to spend it is up to us, right?
And you did all that.
Somebody might have a gambling addiction, somebody might have a drug addiction, something like that, right? But we're all making well over six figures working in organized crime, clearly, right? 10K, unless you're sitting on millions, or you're a cap, or you're a boss.
Just
10K it's still to try to get customers too much.
Give my money back.
So like you said, that'd be somebody got pockets.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm almost done with
it's
this.
It's not so much that the people who are
I'm gonna call you right
providing
back,
the drug have deep pockets. That could well, they have deep pockets anyway, but it's not because of Solomon Grundy. And I think the price
I'll call you back in like maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Is more of a target to a specific client rather than just the average Joe. You know, from my understanding from the other game.
Are you guys having conversations in character or out of character?
I'm not. I wasn't near him.
Yeah, we're not even near each other.
Okay. I was at the bar.
All right, no worries. I just want to make sure.
This is more out of character.
Okay.
But I mean, according to the way he's described Solomon Grundy, it's more of a damn it, I'm trying to find a word and I can't think of it right now. It's a specific design drug to the individual. Right. So the generic version that would be targeted to the general public at 10K would have different effects to different people that use it. Right. So that might be the novelty in and of itself as to why they have such a high markup. Right. But like getting back to the original point I was making, it could be something very cheaply made. We don't know. I'm saying the markup may not have anything to do with the fabrication of it. You feel me? So, I mean, there's a lot we don't know about. We can't even get a sample.
As someone who played sports, I'm just talking about my character.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Someone who plays sports, you know, it wouldn't be surprising to somebody like myself who played college ball and you know high school football and was close to being pro, that I wouldn't be exposed to drugs and the kind of drugs athletes use besides steroids. Whatever kind of
steroids, maybe some weed here and there, but
it's something, right?
An occasional bump of coke, depending on who it is.
Doping.
No, a lot of times, especially for the white boys love their prescription drugs.
The Adderalls, the Oxys.
Right.
Right.
So something like this, and mind you, like I was around dudes who were making bank before I was even in the training ground yet. Right? And they're not spending 10K on fucking a drug. What the fuck? That's not even a thing.
No.
So, all right. I have Raina's number.
Yeah, you do.
I send her a text. No, I guess. How do you say little? How do you say? I'll come up with a nickname for her. That's a Spanish name for like, mother, right?
You call her mama, mamacita, or mama.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Madre.
She's a good looking over 50.
Don't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Toreador. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Don't matter. Mommy.
But mommy.
I want to know because I want to know because I want to know if my character is like, yo, would I hit that?
She's Spanish. Trust me, you'll hit it.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Not every Spanish chick is like.
I have not seen a bad-looking Spanish 50-year-old lady.
I'm gonna say.
But I'm saying you also have those that look like they're round. So I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say yes
Eric,
to everything that everything was said.
Eric,
Not Eric.
hold on,
Not
Eric,
This is
Eric,
audible.
Eric.
I'm gonna say to Audible, yes to
Okay.
everything that was just said.
Eric,
What's up?
Biddy, Jenny.
Jenny is okay. She's cute.
Look at him. Look at him.
But
He's just
would
talking.
you kick her out of bed?
No, because me and Eric damn near doesn't kick almost nobody out of bed. This is Audible though. Audible has a different. Audible will have a different type of female that he'll fuck with.
Yeah, but Audible
Uh-huh.
respects her too much.
Okay.
Okay,
Which means he'll fuck her once.
which means that, yes, yes, yes.
He'll stay for breakfast.
Like if she's treating me like a son, then I'm not gonna treat her that way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna treat her that way. But if she
Also,
has a daughter,
that means he'll stay for breakfast.
if she has
Anyway.
a daughter,
She does. She does not.
or a niece or a sister, then that's totally that's totally a different
Oh my
thing.
lord! You bunch of degenerates.
Yes.
That's the whole.
Yes, they are.
Well,
Look,
whatever I
spent the first 15
whatever I come up with,
minutes-
I'll just send her a text saying hope you're okay, like a hope you're okay kind of thing, and maybe have a lunch.
Okay.
I just have a lunch with her at some point.
Now it's about this. It's about midnight. So she's not one to turn in early. Like I said, very serious businesswoman, and she responds relatively quickly, within 2-3 minutes. 10 minutes go by, 15 minutes go by, no response, not even red, not even the 3 dots.
Something's up.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. So I'm going to come back to Crosshair. Crosshair, you're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The cleanup's going to take forever. This kitchen, thankfully, they do have another restaurant. As a matter of fact, the hotel has a total of 5 restaurants. This one being the one that's attached to the larger seating space for these meetings.
Yeah.
It's going to be offline at the rate. You're going to have to get at least 4 more cleanup crews, and just rip up everything. So this thing's going to be offline for about a week and a half, 2 at the most.
So I speak on the voice of my grandfather. If you're not part of Jaluka or if you're not Jaluka, nobody gets in, nobody comes in here for anything
Yes, ma'am.
at all. This place stays closed.
One of the things that I'm going to say as a character element, because you're so young, a lot of your cousins respect what you can do, but not necessarily what's between your legs. And you haven't, to them, you haven't really proved yourself to be
I just
worthy
stood up
of that
to a
kind of respect.
freaking mishmash of oil and whatchamacallit. Everybody else was hiding out.
No. I'm saying, me personally, the GM is saying, I understand what you're saying.
I know.
However, because of the favor you get from Grand, there's a lot
grandmother?
of There's a lot of resentment. No, your grandfather, because he treats a lot of the males in your family not like dirt, but as though they're incompetents, and he shines a light on every failing, whereas for you, not so much.
I don't bite my tongue.
One of your guys comes in. He lets you know about that rumor, and that little Mo
What
has
rumor?
the rumor that little Mo had started
What room in the room most started?
out in the lounge. He got pulled out, and they're having a conversation. with
I'm gonna go see
little Mo
I'm gonna
about
go see
running
the-
his mouth, and you know Mo. Mo is harmless.
No.
He's
Notorious for running his mouth.
notorious for running his mouth, but he is harmless. He doesn't.
I'm gonna
He
go
is
into-
not. He's a.
I'm gonna go
He's
Underworld.
only a criminal in that he likes being around other criminals.
Criminal by association.
That's his crime.
His offense. That's his criminal. His criminal history, but as far as muscle, he ain't got it. As far as a killer instinct, ain't got that either.
Wet spaghetti.
Yeah, and he's not a coward, but he is not brave.
So he's a normal dude.
He's just a regular blowhard who likes to get his kicks being around criminals, being around tough guys.
I'm gonna go to the room. I'm gonna knock on the door.
All right, so it's one of your conversation rooms, and he's a little bruised and bloodied from his lip. You heard him from before you get to the door. One of your guys, Vinny is standing outside the door, and when you approach, because you're in your costume, he doesn't bristle, but he adjusts, like he tries to puff himself up and fix the lapels of his suit. As you come, you can hear, "I didn't say nothing. My balls."
Oh my God, Vinny, let me know.
There was a slight hesitation, like he was going to say something, but he thinks twice of it, and he just opens the door, and you can see poor Mo. He's it's not duct tape, but they put some nylon cord around his ankles to the legs of the chair. His feet don't even touch the ground, and his hands are tied behind his back, behind the back of the chair, and he's getting smacked up. You don't say nothing. You keep your fucking mouth shut. What do we told you about it? What do we told you, Vit? What do we told you, Mo? We told you about talking your shit. You're fucking running your mouth.
What did he say? Wait, what did he say?
So, they paraphrase the shit that Toreador was saying, but make it seem as though it's worse. This little fucking guy.
I don't even know how.
He's
Give
just
it
talking.
that worse.
So they're essentially playing telephone.
Yeah, it's a cell phone game.
Because it's a rumor, and as you know, when the rumor starts, it never ends where it started. It always gets a little bit more inflamed.
Where did this happen?
He's like, CH, I swear to Christ, I swear to God, on my mother, on my kids.
Where did this happen? Where did this conversation take place?
Just like, in the fucking lounge. Where you didn't hear me? You need to make bigger ear holes in that, whatever the fuck that is.
Who said that to who?
It's like one of your cousins. He's like maybe 6 months older, but he makes it seem like he's 16 years older than you.
Yeah. So
They call him Junior. Let's just call him Junior.
Juju.
You know, I don't fucking like that name. You know I don't fucking like that name. It's Junior. You hear me?
Right,
yeah, Juju. So I go to the cameras and I rewind it back to whatever the time was in.
You're not in a security room. You're in a conversation room.
Okay. So conversation room, I sit down in front of Mo.
CH, I swear to Christ on my mother and my kids. He has no kids. on my beautiful wife, Monique, and my kids. I swear to Christ. He doesn't have Monique. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say, I'm not calling you a liar. I swear to God. I swear to God, Junior. You know, he's like, I swear to God, Juju. Junior, I swear to God, Junior. I didn't say nothing.
Mo?
I didn't say nothing.
Mo, stop crying. But you know you're no choice opening your mouth and talking to me.
You know I got a big mouth. I always talk. I don't mean nothing by it. I swear.
What happened in that kitchen?
I don't even know what happened in no kitchen. I heard some fireworks. That's all I heard. I didn't hear nothing.
I'm going to take this with a grain of salt, Mo. You're a good fence. Your loyalty.
Yeah.
You're a coward.
So
but you're
loyal. I'm so loyal. I swear to God, I'm so loyal.
Forever. Don't take my kindness for weakness.
I won't. I never did. I know what you could do. I've seen it. You're crazy. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way.
Mo, untie him. Get him cleaned up. Put his suit back on him. If I hear anything about you opening your mouth, spreading rumors again, I'm gonna cut your kneecaps off and use them as coasters.
Wait, are you serious? I need them. I can't get any shorter. I swear to God.
Oh, go home.
Yeah.
You had a bad dream. Put him in a cab.
Thank you, CH. I swear. I'll make it up to you. Anything you need.
Information and $25,000 restitution.
Anything but that. Oh, God. 25K, CH, please. You're killing me.
It's either that or one of your balls.
So I'll have the money by the end of the week. Thank you. I think I need to take a vacation. It's just, things are getting crazy. Not you. You're great. Nobody's crazy here.
But
Wow.
Junior, clean him up, put him in the suit, put him in the cab, send him home.
Yeah. And he leans over and he's like, half of that money is mine. You know that, right?
Who says that to?
Junior says that to you. He's like, half
To
of
who?
that. To you, he's like, half of that's mine. Well, I'm telling Gaji.
Telling Gaji what?
You,
I squeeze up for $25,000 because the guy was spreading rumors about something that he shouldn't be?
say, yeah. You know how he feels about Mo, right?
Of course I know how he feels about Mo.
All right. He ain't gonna like what I'm gonna tell him. Anyway, let's go, Mo.
Yeah, why don't you
Time to go home.
Tighten up your pantyhose and let's go.
goddamn snitch.
I'm so sorry, Sal. He's like, I'm so sorry, Junior, fuck. It's like, shut the fuck up. Let's go. He essentially grabs him by the collar and his jacket and is essentially lifting him up off his feet to rush him out of the room. He's like, and as he's going down the hall, I swear to God, I didn't say nothing. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna be quiet. I swear, I'm gonna be quiet. The whole day, he's like, I talk too much. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. Shut the fuck up. Okay, let's come back to Diablo and Mystic Knight. So, essentially, I'm gonna end it here. And final
There
words.
was one thing I wanted to do. Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. What do you need?
I was gonna, since I was in the room, I heard the order given to get samples.
Yes.
So I'm gonna crouch down to next to the DeLuca guy and say, "Hey, can I get one of those?"
So he looks up. Like, whoa, who the fuck?
Don't worry, Crosshair said it's okay.
She did? I ain't hear nothing about it.
Sure.
Crosshair, what?
Okay. Make an intellect roll. Target number is a 2.
All right.
CH said it was okay. Wait. Oh yeah.
All right. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna fucking clean this shit up. He's just he's like, you got. He's like, you got
a wet piece of paper towel.
He's like, you got something to put this in? Yeah, but
I look
Ethera,
around,
the way she looks, she's gonna have some advantages using those.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play fast and loose with some of these roles. Now, you got something to put this in, or you want me to give it to you in your hands?
I look around, Lou. I look around.
Around his neck.
I look around the tables. Are there any cups, glasses? They usually serve water or whatever. I grab one of those, pour the water out. Yeah. Right here
Wait, are you serious? What are you gonna do? Drink this? I wouldn't advise.
No. I have no intentions of drinking it, but this is the best thing I got, right?
Fucking weird broads. Like that fucking. It's like, why does she attract all these weird broads? Jesus Christ. Here, he has his gloves on. He grabs like a piece of cloth and he just tries to wipe it. It's just smearing it along the glass. Like, fuck, just take this fucking disgusting smelling shit all over the fucking place. Okay.
Yeah, so when he gives it back to me, I do my best to wipe the outside clean so I don't have to carry that crap. And then I close the bottle. Thank you.
He just waves you off. He's like, fuck, why I gotta clean up on. I gotta clean. He's like, nothing but fluids. That's all I do. Fucking clean up fluids. You walk out of the room, I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the room.
Okay. Toreador.
Yep.
You can hear Mo. Like you can hear him. Like everyone's there's a live band, but they're playing like a jazz, so it's not that loud. You can hear him echoing down the hall. I didn't say nothing. It was that guy. What the fuck is this guy's face? I didn't say nothing. I swear to shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna tell you again, Mo. All right, I'm shutting up. You hear me shutting up? I'm shutting up.
I'm listening to like, wow, they're doing it all wrong.
I would just like to clarify a point that all that nonsense and they still didn't get him to talk.
Nope, they did it all wrong.
So what exactly are you doing?
So me, I'm entertaining this person with weird taste. Because who the fuck freezes tequila? I mean, you can't even freeze tequila.
You can't. No.
Yeah,
freeze
no, you can't.
I'm listening. Talking. Entertaining her, bringing her drink after drink.
The soupy drink that he brings over. He's just
like,
one frozen tequila sunrise.
She ordered a fucking tequila sunrise slushy.
Yeah.
That's essentially what he gave her. She's like, oh, I love these.
Wow.
Listening past her and to others. What else is going on in the room?
She's white with yellow hair, isn't she?
No.
She's white.
She's orange with yellow hair.
No, she's white with green hair.
Anyway, so now you catch bits and pieces of the conversation just so that I can intertwine this. Bits and pieces of that the Reina del Caribe and how she disappeared and her whole crew is gone, and now you got these fucking chinks coming, taking out all her corners, and they're slinging. And
you said chinks?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's Italians talking, so yeah.
They all look the same to them.
So they're so deep into that conversation, they're not necessarily hiding it. It's not like a secret, but they're considering what just happened to Mo. They're trying to keep it not so obvious.
They're trying to keep it on the low.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I mean, this chick, she's just a floozy, right?
Yeah.
So looking around, who would I? Give me a sec.
Try to get some sloppy toppy from her.
Mhm.
Lou, I texted you.
Okay.
So what you call it? Looking around, who would I recognize? Who do I know that would know more about this Reina person?
Do you know Audible? Do you guys
I'm
interact?
familiar with them.
Okay, so
I'm supposed
then,
to be familiar with everybody. A little
okay,
bit
yeah.
familiar.
So
We don't know.
Audible's the one that would know.
So I'll order her another drink, and I ask her to excuse me. I go over to Audible.
Say, hurry back! This is going to melt my panties.
Wow.
If I was wearing any. Ew.
Take panties off. What's happening?
What? Wow.
You ain't miss nothing. Trust me.
No, he
So
missed a lot.
Toreador makes his way over to you
So I make my way over to you.
as you're texting and waiting for the text. He's
Right.
for some reason he keeps staring at his phone.
He says, "Hey friend, you alright?"
Candy Crush, I can't pass this level.
Yeah. I put my phone in my pocket. Was trying to reach a friend and they haven't been able to get back to me. It might be late. What time is it right now?
It's about midnight.
They might they usually answer me, but they might be asleep or something or busy. I don't know. What's good with you?
I don't know. I'm listening. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about this group that disappeared. Do you know anything about them?
You too?
Yeah.
I mean, I just know that they're a pretty heavy duty crew, and that wouldn't usually happen.
Hmm.
You know, and
Has it something to do with this Shepherd character?
I mean, Shepard's still kind of an anomaly to me, bro. You know, I don't really get into the weeds about a lot of the extra stuff. But I mean, he sounds like he's bad business. I mean, he's
From what he just displayed, it doesn't sound like it's any kind of good business.
yeah, he sounds like he's bad business for everybody. I mean, you know, I like to keep my pockets lined, bro. You know, so if this is gonna fuck up my money, bad enough, that we had to even have this meeting out here. You know, because he's doing this dumb shit.
Curious. Usually by now, someone making those kind of moves usually want information from somebody. No one from his organization has approached me. But I am new to this area, so
Why would they approach you?
I specialize in extracting information.
Ah, got it. Well, you know,
With
that's a cool
knives.
skill set. That's a cool skill set. You know, I mean, I think I'm just puzzled by like the cost of the fucking Solomon Grundy. That's nuts. You ever heard anything about? Have you heard anything like that before?
I've never heard of anything costing that much.
Yeah,
Not from the people that I've run with. Not even crack when it first hit the street was that expensive.
never.
So I don't
Crack was cheap as fuck.
I don't even understand why that would cost so much.
What did they used to say back in the what those boomers used to say about it back in the day? Crack is whack.
What? Shoot him on GP. Shoot him.
That's it. Negative
Think
5
that's-
XP.
I think the ones who said that were the people trying to stop people from using it.
Right. Oh, that's what it was? Yeah. Yeah. Well, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, nothing how they moving it? That's my question. Like, how they moving it? Who's getting it? You know?
I'm assuming the well-to-do are getting it more than likely.
Well, the motherfuckers must be multi-millionaires. Like Jigga level type shit.
Well, I mean, it's only the 1%, so I don't miss any of them.
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
I don't know if I'll ever be a millionaire this way. You know, my dreams were dashed off anyway. So my chance to be part of the 99 has dropped down to the 85.
You're black. You would never made it to the 99.
Ah.
He ain't wrong though. Anyway, are there any other do you know of any other gangs that are disappearing to these Koreans?
Nah, son. I whatever Koreans. I thought they were Vietnamese.
They were gooks. That's all that matters.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
fighting words.
I
He
mean,
said
you are playing an Italian character, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but Crosser isn't racist.
Nah,
Whatever.
not
Could
at
have
all.
fooled me.
Yeah, sure.
Right. She's got a black boyfriend.
No, I don't. I told Audible the third time, get that poster of me off his ceiling.
And clean it, for God's sake.
so. No, that's, but all jokes aside, though, you haven't heard of any other gangs disappearing for these guys?
Not unless my boss has said so. Hey, wait, Lou, have I heard about anybody else?
No.
No.
They're trying to. Your boss is specifically interested because of the potential profit.
Right. Like, nah, son. I haven't heard nothing.
He's a son.
And then this crew that disappeared is by the docks, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
So then
I don't be going over there though.
that seems to be an interesting place to go visit, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm a PR. I'm on the low end of the spectrum on the totem pole, bro. Like, unless my second in command or the boss tell me to go somewhere specifically, or to look out, that's the only time I really make a move. I got some other things I can talk to. What, you think about going to check it out?
To see what it's about.
Well, I ain't got shit to do right now. I can let them know that I'm taking a walk real quick. You got a ride? I came with them. I came with crew, so I rode with them.
I can get us a ride.
All right. Yeah, because my car's back home right now. You know.
Yeah.
What's your character's name again, Steve? I'm sorry.
Ricardo.
Well, Taliban.
You better watch your back. Ricardo's looking for you.
Hey, Richie.
I take, I offer my hand.
I give him a pound. No, I give him the usual dap
Give him a
up.
dap.
Yeah. Dap up.
Okay.
Just call me D.
I'm a grown ass man. I ain't calling no grown ass man D.
I ain't calling no grown ass man delicious. All right. Okay, so let's move to Diablo and Diablo and Mystic Knight.
Yeah.
Diablo, I don't know if you're still there or even awake, but what were you going to take that sample to where to examine it, or what were you guys doing?
CVS.
So I always
He said CVS. Jesus Christ. Can someone mute him? No.
I always have like a heavy duty briefcase that I carry with me, and it has like a small chemistry set with a microscope and stuff like that, and some other things just to mix solutions to see what's it's mixed with, or
He has an analysis
anything.
kit.
Right.
Kind of like Johnny Depp and Sleepy Hollow, but more modern.
Yes, way more modern because it's
Dexter's Lab.
So I always have that with me, and then not only that, I'm going online and basically going through anything that has to do with this contamination. and where is it coming from, and who's talking about it, and some you could kind of see if it's like if it's just a bullshit speech, or it's you know any information that I can get so I can write a report on it.
Okay. Well, most of the information that I've already provided in the Heroes campaign, uh, when it's specifically dealing with the public. So anything you can reference that, absolutely.
So my thing is, I want to look at this thing under a microscope
Mhm.
and see kind of how does it react. Uh, Look at the blood that I pulled up, and I'm gonna put a drop of it onto the black goo,
Mhm.
see the chemical reaction to it. Then also do it with water, see the chemical reaction, what it reacts to heat, what it reacts to cold, what it reacts to light. I'm just gonna. I just want to see what's the reaction, so I have a full detailed report so I can give back.
Okay. I'll give that to you during the week.
No, you got to give it to me now.
Nah.
Wow.
Anyway, Mystic Knight.
So, um, I'll let y'all will know what Athera was attempting to do. With that, I get a sample from the few that he collected from him to do the mystical of the investigation on the sample.
Can you speak up a little bit?
I'm going to grab up a sample
Mhm.
from Diablo so I can do the mystical research on it regarding what Vesper, you said,
Mhm.
had ordered of us. At the same time, um, I'm gonna put the ears to the ground from my sources as far as Shepard, Solomon Grundy, because it seems to be tied into all of this. Um, the fact that this thing, from what we heard, was intelligent and cohesive and with purpose, it may seem to be upgrading, and this may not happen by accident. This may happen in intent or a test. So I'm going to definitely put out my feelers to see what type of information I can get from the streets regarding this Runday.
Okay.
Outside of that, stay in communication with Diablo. Anything he needs of me, I'll provide. Hopefully, he'll provide anything I need in order to collaborate and finally get the final report as soon as possible.
All right.
To Vesper.
Okay. All right. So I think
Lou,
so Ethera
I'm also
is last.
just
But go
on a
ahead. Yeah.
quick note. I will let Mystic Knight know. I'm gonna go through and write a report. If he comes up with any information, or if I come up with anything that can help us to give back to this guy, just let me know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
all right.
All right. So finally, Ethera.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You were doing what?
After I got that sample,
Mhm.
I am going to head back to wherever. Actually, I need to reach out to somebody more scientifically minded.
Okay.
Do I know anyone? Obviously, it's not Abraham.
No, definitely not him. Within your organization, they do have labs.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Well, with not necessarily your organization, but the ones that you contracted with, they do have labs. Absolutely.
All right. I will definitely reach out about bringing them a sample
Mm-hmm.
to be looked at to try and get some info about it.
Okay. All right. So I will. I'll provide that information to you guys on Discord throughout the week, and then we'll meet back here in 2. So the 29th. unless somebody has something they're doing. We will reconvene then. So for Audible, Diablo, Mystic Knight, Toreador, Ithera, and Crosshair, I'm DM Discretion. Thank you so much for joining us today on Gotham After Dark, The Thrones
of the Underworld.
I just like doing that.
We know.
I know.
Yeah.